Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 8.
At the plate, Albert Bell. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a liner. Foul. The 1-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Sean Manaea will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, on the mound now is Sean Mania, the pride and joy of Indiana State University. Low three-quarter arm angle. He reminds me a lot of former Met pitcher Sid Fernandez. Mid to upper 90s fastball, a true slurve. He also has a straight changeup and a funky arm angle. He's really tough on lefties.
1-1 to San Diego's leadoff batter.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame. Next to the plate for the Padres, Delino DeShields. It was an 0-for-4 day for him in yesterday's loss. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Robinson gets his lead at first, nobody out. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
0-2 pitch, not even close to the zone, and a fastball. Might be an indication that he's going to start using some of his secondary pitches.
And they'll run him down and tag him out between first and second. A double play. Time now to check the hometown Padres lineup card in this one. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Hey, Matt, the first thing I notice when I walk into Miller Park is those gaps are super tight. You got to get greedy in a ballpark like this. There's a lot of damage to be had. This park plays really, really tiny at times. So look for this offense to try and drive the ball.
A ball and a strike to the Padres first baseman. The 1-1 home. Bends into the zone for a strike. Lifted the other way to left center. Jones is after it. And that's the third out. Now at the plate, Willie Stargell. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Here comes the first pitch.
Willie Stargell.
Lined hard down the line and right. And that is a foul ball. Just missing extra bases deep in the corner.
You can tell his eyes lit up at the plate right there. He was not able to control his emotions, stay up the middle, and keep that one fair.
Baines moves over. 1 out.
All right, guys, let's take a look at how the Pods line up on D. And manning the hot corner today is a guy with one of the quickest reactions in the game. That's it at third base. A step and a dive, a little bit of range, but you better be reacting, and you better be able to have some serious hands and a strong arm to get it over to first. And he checks all the boxes.
Hammered the other way to deep right field. Baines looks up, and this one is gone. A home run. It's a solo shot here for Paul DeJong. First home run of the campaign for him. As the Brewers get on the board first, it's 1-0.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Stepping in now, Yogi Berra. Fouled off. Berra bats left but throws right and stands 5'7". This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Next for Milwaukee, Brian Dozier. hit on the ground out for short. Ruben right there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But the Brewers are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Luis Gonzalez. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Luis Gonzalez.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Gonzalez is retired, and there's one away.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And, guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Favorable call in there for a strike.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Digging in now for San Diego, Stephen Urban, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Hit the other way out toward right field. Waiting on it is Griffey. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side.
Leading off for the Brewers,
The pitch.
center fielder number 11, Adam Jones.
Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through for a hit. So the Brewers get their leadoff man aboard to start out the frame.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third baseman? See what happens.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Breaking ball in for a strike. Jones aboard here at first with nobody out. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 home. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. And that'll bring in Ken Griffey Sr. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Ken Griffey has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 1-0. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-1. High in the air out to center field. The Shields is there, 2 gone. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. But they'll catch a break as the runners are going to stay where they are here as there's no advance.
The left fielder, number 8, Albert Bell.
Digging in to try it again, Albert Bell. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning. Standing in, Buddy Bell as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Third baseman, Buddy Bell.
Shoots this one over to first. Stargell gloves it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting 8th, catcher.
Digging in the switch hitter, Blake Swihart. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there on the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Count now a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Chris Stratton. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Padres still with the big goose egg in the hit column thus far. Swing and a high pop-up toward the stands behind third. But this will land untouched. The 1-2. And a swing and a chance for Longoria at third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Digging in for his second at-bat, Willie Stargell comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard up the middle. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the fourth. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung.
In the last at-bat, that breaking ball was really up in the zone. Not a good spot for a pitcher to throw the off-speed pitch. If he wants to come back and throw that in this at-bat, he better get it down below the knees.
1 run on 3 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. DeYoung in an 0-2 hole here.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at-bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Hard liner to center field. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
In now, Yogi Berra towards second. Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brian Dozier. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Oh, and an ugly swing there. It's 0-1.
Real nice curveball there. Had a lot of late break, and he waved right through that one.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. DeYoung is off at first with 2 away. There he goes. Hot shot to third. Bell fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go. Jackie Robinson. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Another 0-2 coming. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Therefore, it is Dozier, and that's the first out. Ready for another chance. Delino DeShields. Here comes the first pitch. He's got a piece of the fastball that time as it's chopped foul at the plate for strike one. No runs, no hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Padres. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. On the ground to third. Taken in by Longoria. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
First baseman number 22.
Now at the plate, Will Clark. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. There is Dozier. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that. Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones.
Leading off for the Brewers. Center fielder.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Adam Jones.
Hard hit at third. Backhanded. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The pitcher number 55. John Knight.
So now the Brewers pitcher, Sean Manaea. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a swing and a ground ball. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Now back to the top of the Milwaukee order, digging in Ken Griffey. He singled his last time up. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gonzalez has a beat on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Riding in once again, Luis Gonzalez. They'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. The 1-1 home. Is in there for strike number 2. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And this will get past him down the line at first. It's a fair ball. He hit the corner and tries for third. And the Friars are in business to start the inning here. It's a leadoff triple. So there goes the no-hit bid as they finally get their first knock of the game.
Better late than never, huh? It was a memorable first hit, too. I thought maybe he was going to be content to stop at second, but no way. He barrels into third with a triple. Maybe that wakes up the dugout, too.
Griffey has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly, as that'll square things at 1-1. Striding in, Stephen Urban. He flew out in his last at-bat. Looks at a changeup right over the middle.
Clean slate on the base pass after that sac fly a minute ago, so now's the time to be aggressive with these hitters. Go right after them and try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Ready with another 0-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. Digging in, Buddy Bell. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. And that one just missed outside. 2 out, nobody on. Up and out over the plate, but a cold strike, 2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Grounded down the third baseline. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. And he will get in there with his first big league hit, a double.
Now batting.
Stepping up to the plate, Blake Swihart. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he
threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Digging in once again, Evan Longoria. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. This one is launched. Look at this. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo shot for Evan Longoria. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Brewers take a 2-1 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Into the box now, Albert Bell. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. No hits to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Bounce towards the mound. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Ready for another shot now, Willie Stargell. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First pitch on its way. This is popped up. Ruben is calling for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Up next,
Paul DeYoung will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. As we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through. Another base hit for him. He's 3 for 3. So we'll go at least 1 at-bat deeper into the top of the 6th after that 2-out success.
Well, Dan, the sun goes down and this guy lights up right here. That's his 3rd knock of the night.
Talk about having a good night. 3 hits, and hey, he might have another at-bat or 2 before this one ends.
Into the box, Yogi Berra. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 home. is blasted out to left center. This one's deep and not coming back. Gone! So a two-run shot to left center. Second home run early in the year. And the Brewers have moved to a 4-1 lead.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday. So you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Here's Brian Dozier now. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's hitless in his two at-bats so far. The windup and the 0-1. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. DeShields is there, and that retires the side. 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. Joe Panik is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0. The 1-0 home. Soft liner toward first. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Swinging a ball line softly down the line in left, but foul.
You can't allow this offense to get going right here. Leadoff man on doesn't kill us. Let's try and roll a double play right here. Let's execute a good pitch down and away. See if we can get a ground ball and rely on your defense a little bit.
And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Flat out locked him up with a changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. 1-1 is in there for the second strike. Panik, base runner at first with 1 out. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And foul, though it had the home run distance.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
And Jones will handle this one for route number 2. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Will Clark. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. 0-1 the count. Behind 0-2 now. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Bell ranging back to the track, but he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double.
There's one of the disadvantages right there to the ground rule double rule. With the runner on first, more than likely if the ball stays in the ballpark, he's going to easily be able to score. But once it bounces over the fence, it's only third base for that base runner.
A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
Jones is under it. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Padres.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Padres, number 49.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. Lifetime against Sam Dyson. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. He's set, and the pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Well, this is foul for the first strike. Now the pitch. Driven nicely into the gap. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out. Ready once again, Sean Manaea. He struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. From the belt, the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Line drive to center field. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants a pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
And that'll bring in Ken Griffey Sr. Scooped up to second for one, but they won't get two as he beats the relay to first. So they avoid what could have been a costly double play there.
Yeah, Met, credit the batter for busting out of the box and hustling down the line instead of getting mad at himself for rolling over on a ground ball. It's little things like that that can change the whole game.
Evan Longoria will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And this will get to the wall now out near the Milwaukee bullpen. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're grand slam ahead, Dan, but you're a former closer warming up. When you see a 3-run lead and then your offense gets it to 4 and you know that save situation's gone out the window, don't tell me that didn't hurt.
Oh, it does hurt. Oh, it does, because, Dero, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a save situation. You sit and watch 8 innings of baseball, you get up to warm up in the 9th, and you're all ready to go thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and get me a 3-out save, and all of a sudden you're out of the game because it's a 4-run lead. Of course you think about it as a reliever.
And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. Lifetime against Sam Dyson. Small sample, a perfect 1-for-1. This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base. Digging in to try it again, Harold Baines. He hit a sac fly earlier.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Popped him up. Stargell moving to his left. He's got it 1 away.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Stepping in now, Stephen Urban. No balls and 1 strike. Line towards center field. Jones is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Buddy Bell. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 1-2 pitch. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. They'll try again, 1-2. Tapper up the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. 7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. High in the air out to center field. Jones is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 3 up. Greg Holland has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 56.
Ready to take his axe again, Yogi Berra, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And in that last at bat, it makes you think that this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
Pulled toward right center field. Baines will get there as he takes care of this one for a long out, number 1. Riding in once again, Brian Dozier. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
In now, Adam Jones. Back goes to Shields at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher is giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Standing in now, Sean Manaea, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch. Swinging a ground ball to third. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Now a little flare out to left, and that ball's going to drop. A base hit. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the second out. Big mistake there. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ken Griffey trying to cash in here on this 2-out rally. A couple of men in scoring position with 2 away. And with first base open, it looks as though they'll go after the next guy with the force at any base now in order and 2 men gone. Ready for another chance, Evan Longoria. He's looking to deliver here with the bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Now a ball hit in the air, and this looks like it'll get him out of it. Gonzalez is there as he makes the catch, and they'll... Stepping up now, Blake Swihart. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Line drive to left. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Coming in is Jones. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Up next for the Padres.
Next to the plate for the Padres, Jackie Robinson. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. In there, no balls and a strike.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
Heading out towards shallow right. Griffey will drift over to his left a few steps as he takes it for the second out. Settling in now, Delino DeShields. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's a strike. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end. George Cantos enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Digging in now for the Brewers, Albert Bell. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Oh, it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Into the box now, Willie Stargell. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Lifted down the line in left. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out. Next for Milwaukee, Paul DeYoung. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd. Here's the first pitch to him. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0. Line drive to left. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. So the top of the 9th keeps it rolling as he comes through with 2 away.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, were you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, Dero. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even notice where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out swinging the bat.
Gonzalez is under it, and he into the box now. Will Clark was a 2-bagger for him in his last at bat. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going.
Ouch, that one hit him. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Luis Gonzalez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. There's a fastball that just misses, ball 1.
Hey, in this day and age where everybody's watching the pitch count, that was pitch number 100 in the 9th inning, but he still looks awfully impressive on the mound.
This is on the ground over to first. And he is in there. Digging in now for San Diego, Harold Baines. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And it's not in time. He's safe, as they also score a pair of runs on the play. Into the box, Stephen Rubin. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a manager, especially when your guy's still pitching well. You've got to kind of look for some signs. Is he starting to get hit more? Is he losing his command, even if he's still throwing strikes? Stuff like that.
Yeah, good points to keep an eye on if he continues on much longer.
Man, he's going to be kicking himself when he goes and watches the video after this one. That's a changeup, 2 strikes in the wheelhouse. You cannot miss that pitch.
So it was a strikeout looking there. Stephen Rubin is sent packing for the first out in the bottom of the 9th. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Comes set, and the 0-1. Push to the right side. And a step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Digging in the switch hitter, Blake Swihart. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Hit in the air down the left field line. Bell is after it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that, going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
And this evening's contest comes to a close, 5-3 the final. Milwaukee rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Sean Manaea earns his first win of the season, turning in a very strong complete game effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Brewers: 5 runs on 14 hits, 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For the Padres, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 4 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game MCTS bus service is available on Route 90, running downtown along Wisconsin Avenue, as well as trolley service on the Lake Route, also along Wisconsin Avenue.